Today is July 30th, 2018, 461 days since Morgan has passed. I had a seminar over the weekend, a John Barnes myofascial release seminar, which is what I do in my practice. Uh, this was the first time since Morgan died, and I attended a course where I had no expectations or emotions going into the course about Morgan because I kind of felt like I've processed just about everything I possibly could process. But interesting enough, the thing is that we never stop processing things, and every time something new comes up, that new process can be quite powerful for healing. So it was no different over the weekend. First day didn't really get much in general. Maybe it was the techniques people were using, trying to force movement, which is not what you're supposed to do. But the second day, a lot of sadness for myself came up and crying for myself. And in some ways, it felt like a pity party. And then I immediately was, taken back that, like, why do I throw myself a pity party? But um, again, emotions that are in there, feeling sorry for myself, I guess. And then the last day, one of the other participants had stood up and was got emotional as she was expressing her choice to have her son have surgery, and her choice, knowing what she knows now with myofascial release, that surgery isn't always the answer. Surgery is great for when we absolutely need it, but a lot of surgeries we get before we try all other possible options. And myofascial release is definitely one of those options that we should take advantage of before deciding on surgery. Well, as she was expressing this and a lot of emotion was stirring up, I could feel her mother's guilt, because obviously I have my own guilt over the loss of my son. So obviously I started crying with her as she's crying. And within the next session of being treated, I told the person I wanted to go first because I was already stirred up with the feeling of guilt and sadness. So I get treated first, and I came to some realizations that I needed to come to. One, my voice is not necessarily heard because people assume, because I'm a spiritual medium, that this is not difficult, and that I'm lucky is the word people use to still be able to experience Morgan. And although that is true, it doesn't take away my pain as a person. And so I need to finish some things, some projects that I'm doing to help find my voice. But then also I need to acknowledge the guilt that I feel, because I will feel the guilt that I feel, and then instantly someone will dismiss it, that, well, he made his own decision. You couldn't have possibly done anything more for him. You did everything for him. But the guilt is still there. So, one thing that came to realization is what I tell my clients that are stuck as well: to do a fire ceremony, get it out. So I need to do a fire ceremony over my guilt to help me with that. And then I need to forgive the person that gave him the fentanyl bag, because as much as I blame Morgan 100%, I blame that person 120% because he gave it to him on purpose, when in fact, I really only blame myself. So, things I have to work on. And I have to work on these things because it's no life to live. I can have a lot of resentment for a lot of people, and even myself. But that serves no purpose. It just continues to hold me back and continues to have me have medical problems. Because in the end, negative energy, no matter what kind it is, whether it's within us, our thoughts, affected spiritually, doesn't matter. Negative energy is not healthy. for yourself or anybody around you. So, as always, the course for John Barnes was very impactful for me and helping me move forward.